So we are talking today about the identity theft. So what is identity? What's your identity? As a student, what's your identity?
Yes, sir.
Which are the identity you have?
Name,
Son,
address, USN.
Aadhaar card number.
son or daughter of the parent, your identity. Yes. So and so father, so and so mother. Is it or not? So and so date you taken the birth, date of birth, right?
Yes.
Then so and so address is your native. Yes or no? So and so you belongs to a family or community. Is it so and so the district or the state or the country you belongs to or the continent you belongs to? Identity. You are you was a student of the so and so school, so and so high school, so and so PU college, so and so BCA college or the BSc or BE college. Now currently belongs to BMSIT. Identity. So tomorrow you may belongs to Microsoft or Infosys or Cognizant or Cerner, depending on your choice of entry into the company. These are all termed to be as an identity of a person. Anybody of you applied for a passport? Anybody have the passport?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Apart from these information like parental information, birth certificate, then school leaving certificate, TC, then ID card like Aadhaar card, PAN if you have PAN card, or student currently studying certificates, they might ask, yes or no? Apart from that, what they have asked? Unique markings on the body, right? To identify you in case of any accidents while traveling through airways. They are identifying your body based on the identification marks you have submitted to them. Apart from your address, relative address 1, relative address 2, friends 1, friends 2, parent, mother, brothers, contacts, everything. Apart from that, they are collecting unique identity of yours. Yes, sir. These are all the identification of a particular person. Now we need to talk about the severity by disclosing the identity. If you disclose every information over the public net, I'm not talking about the private net, public internet or public net or public places, you will be definitely facing a trouble. Let's take small example. So one or the other day you are going to get married. Suppose if you leave all your personal information with your close friends, like for example, consumption of alcohol, drugs, if any, or any medications or any other illegal activities if you carry out. If you are sharing every small minute information about you, weaknesses, strength, etc. with your friends, probably in near future they might be an enemy of you because they know everything in and outs of your identity and the strength and weaknesses. If you're searching for a bride groom, in such cases they will stop you to go with the commit with the relations. There is a chance, right? That's why always, as an individual or a group of an organization, always beware of sharing your personal identity to others. Be careful. Otherwise, you will be under the threat or cyber attack or similar kind of the attacks may happen, either physical attacks or the logical attacks, or it may indirectly affect on denial of service attacks. Denial of service means your marriage is getting postponed, keep on postponing. That is denial of service attack. Getting my point? So a simple general example I am taking to explain what is identity, what is the importance of identity in your lifetime as an individual. How much you require to take care about your individual information before submitting your information to any of the third party or the service vendor. You are required to append the statement such that these are the documents I am submitting for the purpose of obtaining a SIM. You need to be right on the document. Otherwise, simply if you give the Xerox copy of the identity like Aadhaar card, PAN card, they are going to take up a backup, and they are going to utilize it for the wrong purposes. So every time whenever you do submission of your Xerox copy of your originals, mention, you can write, they are asking your self attestation, right? So I am not yet shared here. I am my PPT. I will share, don't worry. So I'll try to understand. Whenever you share the Xerox copy of your document, so always write, append the purpose of the document submission. Whenever they ask self-attestation signature on your photocopied documents, always mention that the purpose of submission of the document to obtaining a SIM or to obtaining bus pass or something else. Otherwise, if any cunning person in between, she may going to use your documents for some other purpose without your notice, and you will be under trouble. This is happening nowadays. SIM on behalf on in your name, somebody is taking the SIM. The reason is this only: ignorance of an individual. They are not taking care about their documents. Okay, so identity varies in different respect. Again, which identity is least importance, which is moderate to protect, which is high sensitive data you need to be protected. So can you tell which are the identity of yours can be disclosable anywhere without threat? Which are the identity of yours can be shareable to the public, for that there is no threat for the shared content. Which are those? What is your identity? A birth name is given, right, to you to identify your physical body. Yes or no? If Soumeshri is there means the name, given name, it is not given by God. It's a birth name. Shadab Ansari means it is the birth name given by his parents or relatives, not from the God. So name is here the identity. It identify a person or an individual. If you share the name, it won't much affect on his credential or identity. Yes or no? So least threat identity is name. Without name, no communication happens, right? Otherwise, if there is no name for a person, how should I call? Hello, hey, right? So how to call the person? Difficult, right? So to identify a person, name is given. Similarly, to identify his credential like name, contact number, nowadays it is public. Personal contact number, official contact number, communication number. One person can have multiple numbers. Among that, he is sharing a common contact number to the public. So he made that number is public. Remaining two may be hidden or remaining one may be hidden from the outsider. Maybe your friend Rupak having two or three numbers. He may be shared only single number to you to contact him. Getting? Similarly, Sharan, similarly Panindra, others also. So identity by low risk identities are name, then contact number, address for communication. Many in the placement resume preparation, you are providing both the communication address as well as permanent address. While submitting to the college documents, you have given parent number, you have given, yes or no? Parental email ID also given. These are all identity of a particular individual. Identity theft means risk of identity. Okay, is it clear? Now we'll go with the PPT content. After understanding what is identity, now we'll go with identity theft. Identity theft, alternate term for identity theft is personally identifiable information. PII stands for personally identifiable information. So identity theft is a crime of stealing key pieces of someone's identifying information such as name, address, Aadhaar number. Here in our social security number in US states, whereas in India, Aadhaar number or the PAN card. These are the two identities for a particular person who belongs to the India. Birth date and mother's maiden name. So our father's name. So our family name. These are all the identity which is belongs to a particular person. If you do identity theft, so by looking into peeping into his Facebook account, LinkedIn account, or placement database or the college database, you may be able to access this information. Yes or no? Or if you are obtaining a SIM, new SIM, his information can be accessible. Yes or no? So identity theft is also a crime. Means theft is what? Without permission you are taking the documents. It is termed to be a theft. Stealing key pieces of someone's identifying information such as name, address, social security number or Aadhaar ID number or voter ID or electoral voter ID or the PAN card or driving license, all it will comes under this identity. Date of birth of a person or the individual. So mother's maiden name. These are all belongs to the identity. Identity identifying the individual. Common forms of identity theft. Which are the common? Usually, how the theft will happen with the identity theft. Credit card fraud. Usually, whenever you are shopping either online or the offline shopping, you are going to provide the credit card to purchase. Definitely, nowadays it is little strengthened. Credit card frauds are little strengthened by introducing multi-level, multi-factor authentication by sending OTP during the transaction time. Nowadays it is little strengthened. Earlier days, like last year, one year back or 2 year back, the credit card frauds are very high because most of the credit information is you are given to a vendor. So the third party services steals the data of yours through the credit card, and they are utilizing your credit money. It is not debited money, it's a credit money going to use. You will be under the trouble. So through credit card, they are obtaining your information. What is your status? What is your financial status? How you are spending? What is your behavior in spending? Whether you are a frequent buyer or the habitual buyer, or so whenever it is needy buyer. So a different kind of lifestyle they are recognizing through credit cards. And communication services frauds. Now probably you heard about the skimming cards. So passing through a person who have the credit card in their pocket, just beside the person, somebody having a machine of scanning that credit card and debiting the account. If they pass through, even they don't touch your pocket or your body, just by passing through them, the credit card information they are going to collect. Such kind of the probably you might observe these things in the WhatsApp media or the news channel, right? That's a communication services frauds. Like obtaining a SIM card, you are also submitting the identities. So if you are going with taking the bank account, opening the bank account, you are submitting that document to the processing agency. The agency might take up your for purpose of opening bank, and later they will start offering. So you, because you have Kotak Mahindra Bank so and so, so we are offering you the one more bank which is providing higher interest rate for your deposits. So already we suppose if you ask any document is required, no, already we have your document when you open the Kotak Mahindra Bank. So we can use those documents. They are asking, sometimes they are asking your consent, or sometimes they are directly utilizing your credentials to do such activities. And it's an example. I am not taking I am not here advertising any banks, just for an example to make you understand. A bank fraud. Similarly, the bank frauds also. Bank fraud is, again, as I said just now, opening the accounts in multiple bank, free account, zero balance account, government depositing accounts, like such from bank fraud, they are going to, on behalf of your name or your identity and the internal employee, support. They are going to create the account on behalf of your identity. They are going to create the account and they will do some illegal activities in that. So fraudulent loans. So while taking the loans, applying the loans and taking the loans, they are disclosing that we have so and so bungalow, we have so and so property. Like you can see recently the Malia, Josna, some 2 to 3 parties, the entire property is seized by the ED and enforcement department, right, to pay back to the banks rep. So the fraudulent loans taking by showcasing a one property. Suppose the property cost is it worth of 10 crores. By showing the same property to the 10 banks, they are claiming in each bank 5 crores. If they go with 10 banks, 50 crores. The property value is 10 crores, but by showing the same property to the different banks, so they are obtaining the loans. But nowadays everything is linked, interlinked. Aadhaar is linked, PAN is linked with the bank accounts. Whatever you do today, so it is identifiable. Whatever you have balance, what is your spending habit, which how much loan you have, any car loan is there, house loan is there, insurance, how much insurance you have, any life insurance, health insurance, everything is interlinked today. Today in one single click they are obtaining every 15 to 20 pages of your information over the internet. So fraudulent loans, bank fraud, nowadays it is reduced compared to the last 2 years back. Internet fraud, still it is going on, internet fraud. So to taking the broadband connections or the Wi-Fi connections, so producing your identity document on behalf of you, they are going to obtain. So that's why be careful, especially by giving up your identity to others in unknown places, shops, outlets, third-party processings. In such cases, be very careful before submitting your document. Any question? Understood? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Only one understood. Okay, fine. How identity theft occurs? These are common forms of identity theft. How identity theft occurs? How they are going to carry out? Identify thieves. Steal wallets and purses containing your ID. Physical theft. Physical theft happen by stealing your wallets and the purses containing your ID card. If you lose the ID card, especially Aadhaar ID card, if you lose the Aadhaar ID card, there is a chances of losing the money also. Why? Because nowadays your Aadhaar is linked with entire property of yours. Whatever you have the property, everything it is linked with Aadhaar. The major property is your biometric information, your thumb expressions, eyes, iris, right? So these two are the biometric related. They are going to create similar kind of the expressions using technology. Today the technology will do anything for the bad things as well as good thing also, but people uses it for bad rather than good. So if you lose the Aadhaar ID, it has a QR code scanner. By scanning that, I'm not talking about the simple scanner. They will use the sophisticated and the scanner which is identifiable of your personal info. Even the QR code, it is encrypted data is present in that. So if they are able to decrypt the data, then they are going to obtain the identity. So it is not in a simple plain text stored. It is encrypted data. So rather they are not taking much risk of decryption and all. Just stealing the information. They are looking into you on your name. They are going with the Facebook to check what are the information, to LinkedIn, to Twitter, to Paytm, etc. Different multiple accounts. You have WhatsApp also, you have Telegram also, you have Instagram also, you have share chat, that this very were sharing your information. So they are obtaining, they are collecting the information about you. Steal your mail. Steal your mail means it is not possible to physically steal your mail. Just crack the password of your mail. If they success in the cracking the password of your mail ID, in the mail ID, in the setting option, all your preferences is going to be get stale, including, because while creating sign up with the Gmail account or the any mail accounts, Yahoo or the Reddit, whichever the mail services you are using, all the identity information you left over with them while sign up your accounts. So if you lost the mail passwords, then they are going to steal that one, cracking the password and entering into the gathering information about you. Did you check with whether your email is compromised? Have I been found website? Did you check whether your accounts are being compromised? Any of your accounts? My account compromised 6 times. Any of yours? Have I been pawned is the website. You can check whether your account is compromised. If it is your account is compromised, they are stating some reasons. What was the reason of compromisation? Based on that, act and update your, if needed, update your passwords. Complete false or change of address forms. So like sending the spam emails, phishing emails to collect the obtaining the information about you, about your location, where do you live, what is your workplace, at what time you are leaving from home, at what time you are leaving from the college or the working hours. They are monitoring you. One fine day, one good day, they are going to threaten you, or they are going to make a theft of the something, right? So change of address, while going with change of address is also, sometimes there is a possibility of to avoid the loan lenders. Somebody are giving the wrong addresses, wrong physical addresses. So that's the one other identity theft. Rummage through trash, that is dumpster diving. Dumpster diving is rummage through trash means, if you for example, let's take, if you enter into the ATM counter after withdrawal and etc., it will generate the slip, transaction slip. So some of you carry along with you. Some of them, they are just without tearing that, they are just folding and throwing it in the dustbin or the trash. So by retrieving that trash, so if somebody collects such receipts and keep tracking you, definitely they will obtain some identity of you. what kind of person, how many times you are withdrawing, what is the account balance it has. All such information they are obtaining from you. It is termed to be as a dumpster diving, collecting the identity through when you delete the files in your computer, it will go to the recycle bin. If you are not clearing the recycle bin, somebody who is sitting in the system of yours, they are collecting the information from the recycle bin. Okay, so this is another kind of identity theft. Then pose fraudulently as someone else to get your information. So pose fraudulently as someone else to get your information. So on behalf of you, suppose for example, recently one incident has happened. For example, in my family itself. So one of my father's elder brother expired. So to know about his details, I took his passbook and I went to the bank. Then they asked, who are you? Yes, I am so and so. So any passbook? Yes, I have. Please tell me the balance. They told it. So on behalf of my eldest brothers, I am able to get the balance information. That's the one kind of identity theft. Actually, it is not disclosable. It is not disclosable. It's a confidential. Only the person who has the account only should know the information about his balance or whatever it may be. But identity theft has happened in that case. Getting? See, it is here technology is very strong. The people who are using technology, utilizing the technology, and using their knowledge or the skills to how to bypass the technology, here human is always strong. Human is the weak link for the cyber security. Human is again strong in bypassing the controls or the technology controls. Right? So more ways identity theft. Identity thieves steal business or personal records at your workplace. They steal business or personal record at your workplace. As I said, especially whenever you are visiting the mall counters, malls, I am talking about malls. Some offers are going on in the entrance block itself. So they are offering for young like you, the age above 18, below 23. Their targeted group of youngsters are between 18 and 23. They are offering you, if you play or if you participate in this event for lucky draw or lucky winner, you need to fill up your information. Especially if it is free, most of us were going to give up our credentials to them. If they ask, it is directly coming to your bank account, share your bank account, definitely we will share. IFSC code, bank details, bank account number, type of the account, contact number, email ID which is linked with your bank account, your age, your name, everything you are going to give up to them. So what do you feel that they are genuine because they are physically visible, they are physically interacting with, they are not masquerading or hiding the information? You are feeling like that. They are creating the scenario in such a way that they are going to gather the information about the age group 18 to 23. Steal business or personal records. As I said, while buying the goods of like SIM card or the mobile phone, high-end, suppose if you are going with mobile phone purchase with loan option, definitely they will collect all the documents of yours. Then find personal information in your home, especially your neighborhood or your friend or chatti dost or whoever the friends of you. When they will enter into your home, they will not simply keep quiet themselves. They will observe your home environment. If any new item found to their eyes, they will ask, when did you bought this one? How much it cost? Etc. and so on. Some inquiry they will make to collect together about your status. That's also another identity theft. Maybe you are going to happily share about, yes, I bought this one, so and so cost. The next month I have a plan of buying Mercedes. Next month, next to next year, I'm going to plan of buying the row house, etc. You are happily sharing that information, but that is also a losing your identity. But it might improve your status and relationship with your friend, but indirectly you are losing the identity. Use info you put on the internet. So nowadays all our data on over the internet only. I don't know myself, more than 500 places over the internet I was given my identity. I don't know where and all where I submitted my documents. Maybe in your case, because the age difference is 20-year difference, probably you might shared in 50 to 100 places. While applying the CET, while applying the college, while applying the schooling, by applying the voter ID card, by applying the Aadhaar ID updations, by obtaining the DL licenses, many of the time you may be submitted the credentials. Most of the individuals, they might share their credentials almost multiple times, not single times. It's a challenging, now it is challenging to protect the document. After give up every control over the internet, how you are going to protect? So we are all vulnerable to attack at any point of time. Please be ready, defend yourself with the identity theft or the internet fraud, because already we have given up our credentials. Buy personal info from inside sources. Some thieves, they will purchase your information from the information gathering groups, like news groups are there. So shoulder surf at ATMs and telephones. Skimming service is there, right? Shoulder surf. So I'll show you some. Yeah. By installing the skimming machine, you are going to lose Okay, I will show some time in the discussion of next class about how skimming happens and all. That is also identity theft. So now, rather than talking about somebody lost the identity, someone has lost. Mine is not like that today because scenario has changed. Work from home. We are signing up. Give up our credentials to log into the several educational websites. Maybe some of the e-commercial websites also we are already given up about the identity of ours, like Amazon, some maybe Flipkart. You booked several items from the Flipkart, Snapdeal, etc., and so on. So now the thing is, yes, already we given up. Now what's the next step to precaution? We must be very careful whenever we get a message, unwanted emails or unwanted the SMS, which it sits in your inbox. Before clicking, think 10 times, at least 10 times before clicking. Otherwise, you are the prey of the attackers. Change mailing addresses on credit card accounts. So don't. So one suggestion for you: don't have a single account for all the account. Don't have the single email account for all the accounts. So you at least you should have the multiple email accounts for the purpose to share for different accounts. So change mailing addresses on credit card accounts. Open new credit card accounts. Uh, establish phone or wireless service in your name. Open new bank accounts and write bad checks. File for bankruptcies under your name. If any bank absence on your name, immediately go and complain. The cyber police as well as the local police, they are going to take care of the case. Counterfeit checks or debit cards. Buy and take out car loans in your name. See, wherever you are going to do some actions, sharing actions of your identity, possible paths, they are searching, they are here is the thieves are searching to identify theft from all these cases. Okay, so be careful in protecting your identity theft. So we'll continue remaining concept of identity theft in the next class, coming to classes. Now I'll take the attendance. If any questions, you can ask me now, relevant to the current session. So today afternoon at 3 p.m. I will give the demonstration of GCR Google Classroom about how you can get the question paper from GCR and where to upload the answer scripts in GCR. The demonstration I am going to give today at 3 p.m. So all of you are requested to join to the Google Meet link that will be shared, or the same class meet link will be used to uh, show the demonstration. Okay, Anagha,
Yes, sir.
Abhilash,
Yes, sir.
Akhil, Akrut, Anusha,
Yes, sir.
Present, sir.
Arvind,
Actor present, sir.
Arvind,
Present, sir.
Arifullah,
Yes, sir.
Venakaraj,
Present, sir.
Banu Prakash,
Yes, sir.
Bhargav, Rahmatullah, Chaitra,
Present, sir.
Chandana,
Sir, Bhargav Vidhan, sir.
Chandana.
Present, sir.
Why you joined late? Charan,
Yes,
Charan,
sir.
Darshan,
Yes, sir.
Diksha,
Present, sir.
Present,
Akshani,
sir. Present, sir.
Present, sir.
Kishan, Harshit, Himalata,
Sir.
Uma,
Present, sir.
Jayant,
Present, sir.
Divya,
Yes, sir.
Kaushik,
Present, sir.
Lakshmi,
Present, sir. Lakshmi.
Mic issue with him, sir.
Lavanya,
Present, sir.
ರಾಮತ್ಲ ಯಾಕ ಈಗ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀಯಾ?
Sir, Lavanya present, sir.
ಮನೀಶ್,
Present, sir.
ಮನೋಜ್,
Present, sir.
ಮೋಹಿತ್,
Yes, sir.
ನಾವಲ್,
Present, sir.
ನವ್ಯ,
Present, sir.
ನಿಖಿಲ್,
Present, sir.
ಅನೀಂದ್ರ,
Present, sir.
ಪವನ್,
Yes, sir.
ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾ, ಪೂಜಾ,
Yes, sir.
Present, sir.
ರಮನ್,
Present, sir.
ರಶ್ಮಿ,
Present, sir.
ರೂಪಕ್, ಸಾಯಿ ಕುಮಾರ್,
Present, sir. Is present, sir.
Sir, Rupak present, sir.
ಹಾ, ಸಮೀರ್,
Present, sir.
ಸಂತೋಷ್,
Present, sir.
ಶಾದಾಬ್,
Present, sir.
ಶರಣ್.
Present, sir.
Our proctor student joined for the proctor meeting after the class. Shashank,
Present, sir.
Sheetal,
Present, sir.
Shivani,
Present, sir.
Rameshri,
Present, sir.
Spurti,
Present, sir.
Sri Vishnu,
Present, sir.
Sugandhini.
Present, sir.
So it is expected to write, all of you write in the either blue book or in the long notebook, not in the A4 loose sheets. Okay. Yesterday on behalf of you, several of you asked me to whether I have to write or not. After discussing with the examinations coordinator, they are telling that write the answers in the unruled long notebook, or if they are obtaining the college blue book, that is fine. If not, local blue books also is permitted instead of A4 sheets. Okay, try make arrangement of it, same thing. Sushma,
Present, sir.
Sushmita,
Present, sir. Sir, I am presenting previous class also. Due to some network issues, I could not attend the
who
attendance time.
who
Sushmita BS, sir.
Sushmita BS, I was asked to write your name and USN in chat window. Based on the chat, it is chart listed. Based on that, I have mentioned here the attendance.
Yes,
Okay.
sir, but
So why
why
you are not? No, you, at least you should have informed immediately, na? Getting my point? Either inform, sir, I was unable to connect the internet, so otherwise how I can come to know? Based on the chart information, I have put the attendance here. That's why today exclusively I'm calling by sharing the screen. The reason, if any different opinions are there. Sushmita,
Present, sir.
Tirtha,
Present, sir.
Trupti.
Present, sir.
Immediately inform on the same day of attendance. Otherwise, I cannot give. Varsha,
Present, sir.
Reena.
Present, sir.
Okay. So, any questions are there relevant to the class?
Sir, I marked my attendance in chat previous class also.